Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Did you realize that more than half of all track sleep sessions worldwide now conclude with at least one snooze, costing heavy snoozers the equivalent of an entire night of restorative rest every month? Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, joined by Alara Skye. Today you'll learn why that short-lived comfort from tapping snooze is quietly sapping your energy and focus.
We'll unpack fresh data from a scientific report's analysis of over 3 million sleep sessions that reveals how often people hit snooze, which groups do it most, and how those extra alarms fragment your sleep cycles.
Those numbers show 55.6% of sessions ended with at least one snooze, and the average user pressed snooze 2.4 times, spending nearly 11 minutes in fragmented, shallow sleep that never reaches the restorative phases you need.
Researchers classified participants into light, moderate, and heavy categories. Almost half were heavy users, hitting snooze after 80% or more of their sessions, averaging 4 presses and 20 minutes of broken sleep each morning.
Fragmented endings like that leave you in sleep inertia, the foggy state where hormones misfire, reaction time slows, and your metabolism struggles to ramp up, effects that linger well into your morning routine.
The study uncovered gender differences, too. Women averaged 2.5 presses and 11.5 minutes of snooze, while men averaged 2.3 presses and 10.2 minutes. A small, but statistically significant gap linked to higher insomnia rates and caregiving demands.
Seasonal light proved pivotal. In the Northern Hemisphere, snoozing peaked in December at 2.62 presses and almost 12 minutes, while September saw the lowest usage, underscoring how reduced winter daylight delays your body's natural wake signal.
Social obligations also shape the habit. Snooze counts were highest Monday through Friday, with Wednesday topping the chart, then dropped on weekends when external schedules ease and your natural rhythm sets the pace.
Interestingly, people who logged longer sleep, 9 to 11 hours, were the biggest snoozers, with those sleeping 10 hours hitting snooze nearly 6 times and wasting over 25 minutes in interrupted dozing.
That counterintuitive pattern highlights that consistent timing is more crucial than total hours. Late bedtimes disrupt the circadian rhythm, forcing your alarm to collide with the end of a sleep cycle instead of a gentle transition.
Visual data confirmed it. Sleepers who shifted bedtime later than usual showed the highest snooze durations, up to 7 presses and 37 minutes, whereas early sleepers, turning in around 8 p.m., rarely relied on snooze at all.
The common thread is circadian misalignment. When your internal clock drifts from the external schedule, every alarm feels abrupt, and your brain instinctively bargains for incremental relief even though each bargain degrades sleep quality further.
Snoozing is therefore a symptom, not laziness. It signals that your timing cues, light exposure, bedtime routine, and morning consistency are out of sync, leaving you to navigate the day with confused hormones and lagging cognition.
Fortunately, the same research and Dr. Mercola's guidance outline straightforward steps to break the cycle and reclaim energized mornings without depending on multiple alarms.
First, set a single alarm at the latest realistic time you must rise and make it non-negotiable. Skipping the buffer forces your brain to recognize one clear wake threshold rather than 6 ambiguous ones.
Second, expose your eyes to natural sunlight or a 10,000 lux light box within 30 minutes. That light shuts down melatonin production and activates cortisol so you feel alert rather than trudging toward caffeine.
Third, move bedtime earlier. Even 30 minutes can help. The study showed that later than usual bedtimes predicted higher snooze use the next day, so a modest shift improves alignment almost immediately.
Fourth, keep screens out of the bedroom and craft a wind-down ritual. Dim lights, take a warm shower, stretch, or read a paper book. Blue-lit scrolling postpones melatonin and keeps your mind buzzing when it should quiet down.
Fifth, choose an alarm that begins softly and grows louder, or use a sunrise clock, pairing gradual light with sound. Gentle stimulation mirrors dawn, helping you transition smoothly without triggering the fight-or-flight jolt of a harsh buzzer.
Implementing those 5 behaviors trains your body to complete its sleep cycles and wake naturally, reducing sleep inertia, stabilizing mood, and trimming fragmented minutes that pile into hours each month.
While you shift habits, measure progress by tracking how often you still feel tempted to hit snooze. A steady decline signals your circadian rhythm is syncing with your schedule.
Remember, women, caregivers, night owls, and winter risers are statistically more vulnerable to snooze dependence. If you fit one of those categories, prioritize consistent light exposure and earlier bedtimes to counterbalance the risk.
Global patterns reveal cultural nuances too. Sweden, Germany, and the United States sit near the top for snoozes per session, whereas Japan and Australia log fewer taps, suggesting occupational demands and work hours influence reliance on alarm buffers.
Regardless of country, the physiology remains identical. Each snooze press keeps you in a state of partial arousal and partial sleep, fragmenting deep wave patterns that underlie memory consolidation and metabolic reset.
Fragmentation also dulls insulin sensitivity and elevates stress markers, meaning a morning snooze habit can echo through your metabolic health, weight regulation, and overall daytime resilience.
Reframing your environment helps. Keep curtains open to let dawn light enter, maintain a cool, dark room at night, and reserve your bed strictly for sleep to strengthen the mental association that bed equals rest, not loopholes for snoozing.
If you share a household, communicate your plan so others support consistent schedules, especially important for caregivers whose interrupted nights may drive the urge to reclaim scraps of morning sleep with the snooze button.
For shift workers who can't sync with sunrise, replicate natural cues, schedule bright light exposure at your wake time, and use blackout shades to create darkness before bed, mirroring the external-internal alignment healthy sleepers enjoy.
Finally, if you continue to struggle, review Dr. Mercola's broader list of 50 sleep optimization tips, covering electromagnetic field mitigation, breathing exercises, and targeted nutritional strategies to reinforce restorative rest.
Another pattern emerged from the data. Long sleepers accumulated more snooze events, yet often reported feeling less refreshed, proving that extra hours in bed cannot compensate for timing chaos when circadian cues are inconsistent.
When your final half hour of rest is carved into 3-minute segments, your brain never completes its closing REM cycle. Skipping that phase weakens memory consolidation and emotional regulation, so you start the day more reactive and less focused.
You can safeguard that last cycle by locking in bedtime, limiting late-night fluid intake to avoid awakenings, and maintaining a bedroom temperature around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, a range repeatedly linked to deeper, uninterrupted phases that let you wake naturally.
Now, it's time for your practical challenge. Tomorrow morning, set one gentle alarm, place it out of arm's reach, and when it rings, stand up, move to a bright window, or step outside and absorb daylight for at least 2 minutes. Commit to that sequence every day for 7 consecutive mornings.
Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.